guess it's because it's daylight. Mm. I better get some water. Get some water. Hey, Bella. Hey, Isabel. How's everybody doing? It's hot. This apartment is burning up. I'm drinking some water. I don't know what's going on, but this apartment is burning up hot. So my goal is to drink all this water on live so I can start taking a lot of intake. You never gonna? Yeah, no, I haven't. I also never gone live real late either. I mean, early morning hours. I started going live like early morning and then late night. So, I'm a Gemini. So, hello, Mohammed. So, how's everybody doing? Hey, Miss Tiana. How everybody's doing on this day? Everybody got their water, coffee, juice. I know it's too early to drink somewhere, probably. Whatever you want to drink and stuff. Hey, Queen Bee. I'm on my lunch break and from school. Oh, okay, cool, cool. That's cool. Because I wanted to talk to y'all about, like I told you before, when I'm doing these murders and stuff, I want to have a conversation with y'all to get y'all input on how a lot of this stuff goes down and stuff. But I've been having a conversation with another girl, and she was saying that the girls are being dead named. I mean, they're not giving their names out and stuff. And the reason why it's not fair because the girls have been murdered and they feel as though they need to do more of a investigation. And I was explaining to her that this is the one thing we have to understand, and I always try to push this to the max so people can understand this. Every girl's story is not about you. Every person's story is not about you. Every person's story is about that person. It's not about you. What that girl transitioned is her story. That ain't got nothing to do with you. You may have relatable experiences, but it's not gonna be all the same. You know what I'm saying? So it's not gonna be your story is her story. Something's gonna be relatable, but you're not gonna exactly deal with the same things the same way. Now, if you're a two-spirit woman and you're super duper passable, you don't have to take no hormones. Your story is gonna be different from the girl who had to have work. So even though y'all may have relatable issues, it's still different within the girls, whether you're heavily induced with medicine or no medicine or whatever the case may be. Now, what I explained was the conversation. I wanted to share this with y'all because, I try to find it because a lot of us think differently, and I feel as though if we don't have the conversation, we don't know. You can't get mad at people for not knowing, and I always feel like with the volume of people, we can all share the conversation Hey, Liberty, how are you, sweetie? With the conversation, we all could create, with some type of unity, we all could figure it out. Now, with me, y'all know I've been doing these deaths for like forever. And I share with y'all what I want to share with the videos. But if you've been on this channel for many of y'all have, y'all can read between the lines what the girls were doing. I'm not putting all that. I can read a whole bunch of stuff into the video. I'm not putting that in the video. I'm not going to do that. When we have a conversation on my live, we can share exactly what went down. But I'm not going to post that. Okay. A lot of girls have to survive the best way they can, which we all know most people do. We have to survive the best way we can. That means that sometimes you have to die in order to live. When I say this means that all the dreams you thought you're going to have has to be canceled and you have to live. Okay. And this is the thing. Sex work is survival sex. Survival sex means that if I don't do what I don't want to do, I'm not going to know where to live. I'm not going to know where to eat. I'm not going to have anything. So you have to die inside in order to live. That means another person has to be reborn for you to move forward in life. Now, a lot of people's story is not going to be that story. Some people are going to have the family. Some people are going to have the friends. Some people are going to have the houses. But everybody is not gifted with those things when it comes to their transition or what they've gone through and stuff. So everybody can't say, well, my family was this. They may have been angry with you, but they didn't throw you on the street and say survive the best way you can. Now, me being a person who I am, I talk to a lot of people from cisgender to gay to bi to trans to cross dressers and fetishes and trans attracted men and a whole bunch of everything else. I talk to all across the board. Now, this is the thing I try to express to people that a lot of girls don't understand. When a girl has been murdered, if she don't take her ID and take her ID and put like a little post-it note over the picture and like a little post-it note over the picture with her name there, who she is, they're gonna bury her with that government name on her card. You know what I'm saying? Then I could be flipping all around. The girl said, well, she has breasts and stuff like that. That they need to understand that she's a two-spirit woman. At the end of the day, they're not even thinking about stuff like this because the thing about it is that men have breasts. Men have breasts. Men have breasts and they ain't transitioning. So as an officer or somebody finding a body, you'll sit up here and say a man who is a straight man can happen to have boobies, he's a trans woman. So how he can be, just imagine being a man that's happening with boobies and you're a straight man and we doing videos saying you was a trans woman and you're not a trans woman. You was a gay man or a straight man just happen to have boobies. And the thing about it, what I try to express is that we can't sit back and say, well, the cops this, the cops that, misgender stuff like that. Because we as a community are confused ourselves. We're confused. It's not even like, and let's be honest, there are a lot of people I know that got two profiles. One is a boy and one is a girl. Now, the girl, when they sit up there and post out there, the boy, when they have professional, when they go into offices and work like that, they got two separate names. So I know people do this. I also know females who got profiles up as trans, and they're not trans. They're cis women. So we got cisgender women with profiles saying that they're trans women, and they're not. So the thing is, it becomes very much problematic when you see, and this is the thing I was trying to express to one of my sisters. I was telling her. But the thing about it is that when you are murdered, nobody's going to be doing all that type of stuff when it comes to 2021. And saying, the thing about it is, excuse me, there is a dead body on the ground. They have to find out who. This is the thing. I want y'all to see this with me, because maybe some of y'all going to understand. I'm going to say, some of y'all not going to get it. Some of y'all minds are so closed that y'all never going to receive it, and that's fine. Because I'm not saying you got to get there, because I'm saying get there. You know what I mean? But sometimes you need things to sink in. When you get alone, you can kind of let it sink in. If you find a body on the street and a person is dead, they're not checking for ID. They're flipping you open to see if you've been shot, if you've been stabbed, or you dead, or you're unconscious. They're looking for different things as far as the body on the street. Are you unconscious? Are you been shot? Have you been stabbed? Have you been, it's a whole bunch of different things. Then once they flip you over and start going through your stuff, there is an ID up there. Now, sure, we can say the LGBT, all that kind of stuff like that, but unless you really walking the walk and you could point, if you could point everybody out who isn't an LGBT, then you're good because it's not true. Because I know a lot of gay men who dress up like females and they live as men and they like to be called a man. But they wear women's clothes, they wear women's hair, they wear women's heels, but they don't call themselves trans because they don't live as trans. Some days on Monday and Tuesday they want to be a girl, on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday they want to be a boy. So are they trans too? The thing about it is that when you're a two-spirit woman, you living in the truth. That means you're going through the whole process of living in your truth. But if something happened to you, you have to be dressed up like a girl on that day. You're not trans. And this is the confusing. And see, I don't know about most people who've done the work like me. I reported stories and stuff like that, and families had contacted me and said, no, they wasn't trans. They were just gay. Or they wasn't trans. They was just a guy that just got killed at the time. He was dressed up like a girl. And I've done stories stuff like that. And people have hit me by side saying, no, they wasn't. I appreciate you did this story, but they was not trans. They just dressed it up sometimes. Sometimes they didn't, sometimes they don't. Prime example. If you are a person on the RuPaul Drag Race show and you went to go out to do the show and stuff like that, and y'all dressed up in drag and you went out and stuff like that, are you trans now? You got murdered because you was doing a RuPaul drag show or a drag queen show. You got killed, so now you're a trans woman. You was a drag queen. That means you lived as a man, but you performed as a girl. But it wasn't what you was. You just performed. It was a costume. It was a costume. That's all it was. Some of them dressed like men. I want somebody. Exactly, Bella. And the thing about it, and I'm extremely grateful that I have my name and gender. Exactly. Flame Monroe is a prime example of exactly, but Flame Monroe took the whole thing and shot it straight down because you can't help the people if you keep confusing them. But I'm not going to get into Flame Monroe because Flame Monroe is a whole nother story or something way beyond. I don't know what their mind frame or where they're at in life. I know there's trauma or where they have to do what they got to do. Because the thing of it is, when a person says a certain thing, you really don't know everything while they're saying what they're saying. Flame Monroe has children. It could be a lot more than what's in depth as far as in front of us that Flame really don't want to share with the world. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. RuPaul's show is not trans. But see, this is the point I'm trying to make to you is that when a girl gets murdered, I'm trying to separate the differences, and I'm trying to share with y'all the difference between a two-spirit woman being murdered versus a cross dress. And the problem is that I tried to express to another girl who is a two-spirit woman. She was like, it's unacceptable because she had boobies and stuff like that. She was a trans woman, but that's not true. And she says this is unacceptable because, and then she relayed this story to herself. And this is the problem I have within myself. I don't want you to tell me a story about you when I'm talking about another girl being murdered. You being murdered, being passable, and another girl being murdered is two different stories. You're here. She's dead. So how are you comparing the two when you don't know how she lived her life? You don't know what happened to her. You can't sit back and say, well, me and then her. No, you can't do that. This is this girl's story. It's not about you. You can be passable. You can do everything. You can feel like a woman your whole life, but you don't know her story. She's dead. And it's the problem I have with doing stories. This is why I told you I didn't want to do it no more. Because the problem I have with it is that every girl is different. And stop making every girl's story about you. Every girl is different. Every girl on this live, every guy on this live, everybody's story is different. Sure, we may have relatable experiences, but we're all different people. And I get so tired of people saying, well, with me, I would know, but it ain't about you. We're not talking about you. We're talking about this other girl. But then they want to talk about, well, I never have a problem. We're not talking about you. That's the problem I have with people. If someone is telling you their story, something they've been through, listen to what they're saying. Stop saying, well, you know what, well, within me, but it ain't about you. And that's the only thing I have a bigger problem with people with that when I'm sharing stories about these girls being murdered, stuff like that, and she's out to do what she got to do. I don't even know why she was doing what she was doing. She could have been forced to do it. She could not have another way to eat. She had nowhere to go. I don't know because she's dead. But you can't tell me her story because she's dead. But you can sit back and say, well, what I no, you can't. You can't. I need her to tell me her story. I need her to talk to me. I don't need you who don't even know this girl that's been murdered to tell me her story. You know nothing about her. In fact, you wouldn't even know she was dead if I didn't do the story. And this is the problem I have with people is that you try to make people's story about you when it's not about you. When the girls get murdered, they keep us all together, cross dresses. Exactly, Liberty. Exactly. And then they be like, well, it's unacceptable. And this is the problem I'm having. Like, they be like, well, the cops is the cops ain't supposed to know nothing. The cops are doing their job. And the problem I have is when they sit back and say, well, we supposed to know better. How could you blame the cops when we can't even figure out what's going on and we in the soup? We in the broth. And we can't even figure it out. So how are you going to tell us what the cops is not supposed to know what to do when we don't even know? You know, what do we call gay men? Because at the same time, they want to call women. And that's another thing, Bella. They call each other girl. They call each other girl. Some days they just like a girl. Some days they don't. Being a two-spirit woman is not about today, tomorrow, or next week. I'm gonna be this way. It is within your spirit, within yourself. It's not a costume. It's not something you try on. It's not something for play. It's not something for likes and share. This is real life experiences, and these girls are being murdered and killed. And let's be honest, their families need them to come home. Their family needs them to come home. Their friends need them to come home. And I said before, if you're a two-spirit woman, and I understand that, it takes a lot to get your name change or your ID, you get your little poster's note, put down your ID, and put it on the back of something, because the cops probably flip it over or put it there and say, well, this is my name, or something, write your name up there. So if ever you die or something, God forbid, but if you get murdered, God forbid, they can read your name on your ID. At the end of the day, and this is another thing I want to talk about. The media is too lazy to follow up on girls' family and background. That's true, Doc. But this is why I'm trying to talk to the girls to let them know what to help themselves. I'm not really looking for the media to help. I want to help my sisters to help them because I understand the struggle and I understand it and I understand the sex work and I get it and I understand the whole thing. Hey, Amber. But let's be honest. When you're doing sex work, you have to understand you are creating an illegal act. You're doing something illegal. I understand it's sex work. I understand it's survival sex. I get it. But it is illegal. And when you're doing something illegal, for some reason, a lot of you girls, not all, y'all made this, how you doing? Y'all made this like a career. Like y'all made it into, well, this is my job. This is what I do. That's not a job. That's just what you do. That's not a job. That's what you're doing to survive, but that's not a job. It's like a bank robber robbing a bank. Oh, this is what I do. But that's not a job. You're a bank robber. You can't sit back and say, well, you're supposed to feel sorry for me what I'm doing. This is not a job. You're committing a crime. And when you're committing a crime, remember, crime means a lot of bad things come with what you're doing. You can't sit back and close your eyes and say, this is okay. And the thing about it is that you are committing a crime. That means when you're out there doing your sex work, there will be people out there that's going to rob you for your money for doing sex work. They're gonna be coming for your ads. They're gonna be coming for you on the streets. They're gonna be coming for you everywhere. So while he's smiling all up in front of your face, they still know you dead. And the thing about it is, if you're in that type of activity, nobody is your friend. You're in the belly of the beast. Like you're walking to the belly of the beast and you're looking for friends. You have to be prepared for what you're doing. It is a crime. I understand the sex work, I understand the survival sex, I get it. But at the end of the day, you have to be aware of what you're doing. that you all under the table. We can't protect the legal system. Exactly. The thing about it is that for some reason these girls decided that this is a career. It's not a career. You have to you have to sit back and what you're doing. They say, well, I got caught. Yeah, because you're committing a crime. And the thing about it, when I'm expressing this, because a lot of times when the young girls are looking at this, they're like, well, I could just do this and get my body done. I could do this and just what the other girls do. But do the other girls tell how many times she been arrested, she been beaten, she been raped? Did she share everything with you? Or she just share the part about she's making the money? Did she share everything? Did she share she may have HIV? Did she share she had AIDS? Did she share anything with you? Did she share she has cancer? Did she share anything with you besides the money? Because the thing about it is with the girls, she's not going to share everything with you. She's not going to say she got full blown AIDS. She's not going to say she had unsafe sex for money. She's not going to share that with you. She's going to let you glorify, walk straight into the fire, knowing that the building about to collapse, and let you walk right to that door and watch the fire fall on you, and be the first one putting RIP so and so, and then walk away. And the thing about it is that they don't tell the young girls the truth. And I told y'all before, I have a problem with that because you gotta start telling these girls the truth. Stop trying to tell them this lie. Y'all telling these young girls lies. Tell them the truth. Let them pick what they want to pick from. At least they know. Same thing I said before. I told y'all before I didn't want to do no more deaths. I'm done. I was like, I don't want to do more deaths. I don't want to do it because I'm sick of it. And the thing about it is that some reason I'm always end up doing them anyway. I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and do this one. Let me not do no. I don't want to do this. I did a death on Christmas. New Year's Eve. I did a death. I'm still doing deaths, and I did a death yesterday. There's so much within the story. There's another girl that maybe even found, or maybe a guy, I don't know, that's dead within that story I shared with you yesterday. There may be another person that's been murdered as well, but they have to contact the family before they let us know the person's name, as far as the family finding out whether their child was trans or was a gay person, or they just dress up. The cops don't know how to deliberate the whole thing. Now the family need to be notified, and at the end of the day, the family may thinking if their family member is still alive and their family member is dead. Now they need the name of Jane Doe, and we're talking about well, you're supposed to be more professional with dead naming. When a person is dead, their family don't care about the new name. Their family care about where's their child at. Y'all talking about the whole okay, it's a millennium, you got your name changed, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, a lot of girls did not do that. A lot of girls did not go to court. A lot of girls are telling us their name, but that's not their real name. And when they die and stuff, they get murdered, the cops are gonna go by the what's on that ID. That's why I told you I want you to get your little post-its, write your little name up there, so when they flip it open, they will see your name. And that's all I'm saying. It will help out a whole lot because this is horrible. And the thing about it is the girls are getting murdered. And especially if you're going to the belly of the beast, if you're out there on a stroll, you really need to be careful. I used to do it just to get back on my feet. I would have never done it, Samantha. Yeah, but the thing about it, Libby, I'm not knocking what anybody do, but I'm saying is that stop being so friendly when you're doing this type of work. These girls walk around there like it's like, oh my God, it's a parade. Everybody's living for me. Look what you're doing. They're not living for you. You're being hunted. You're being hunted. You walking right into the fire and acting like you're being like a welcome wagon. You're being hunted. I tell y'all this over and over and over. A lot of times we're killed by people we already know. We think that we're being killed by somebody we don't know. We're being killed by people who already know us. We already had conversation with our killer, just don't know it yet. And then when they show up, we get murdered. And the problem that I have with this, I never once told y'all, but one girl, and I said this before, only one story I shared with y'all is that a girl fought back. One girl fought back. Everybody else has got killed. One girl fought back. One girl. Now, if y'all think, I did like over hundreds of deaths, and only one girl fought back, and they were black girls and no black girls. Picture this in your head for a minute. How many black girls know how to fight? Now tell yourself that. How many black girls know how to fight? Ask yourself that question. As a two-spirit woman, how many of y'all know how to fight? Y'all may not be the best fighter, but y'all can fight back, especially if your life depend on it. But nobody's fighting back. How could they not fight back? Because they was with a friend. They was with somebody they trusted, and they killed them. It's the only way your guard was down. You felt safe. I agree, mother. I used to feel scared, like I used to look. You have to, because you know what it is, Liberty. You're walking into. It's like walking into an army. You have to be prepared for what you're doing. You can't get so comfortable. You can't start getting abbreviated, getting all. I'm gonna get all high because I want to get out my body and deal with this thing. When you are in the belly of the beast, you have to monitor your abbreviating. You have to monitor abbreviating. You have to monitor your drinking. You have to monitor your weed. Hello, GM. You can't do all the fun stuff when you're at work because it's gonna knock your attention span off. You're at work. When you're going in the belly of the beast, you can't be acting all like it's gonna be just a lovely night. You have to be prepared. Exactly. And only reason why a lot of these girls get murdered is because they are too much like it's all right. You also can't be so glamorized. You can't be walking around here with all this and here all. You can't be all like this, walking the streets, because somebody could come up from behind you. You can't see none of this coming up behind you. You don't see nobody coming up behind you. You can't see nobody coming up behind you. Now here it is, you all your hair in your face. They coming up behind you, and I'm just making an emphasis on this because we already know it usually don't be this. It be this. It be just like this. But I've never heard none of being shot in the head either. The ones I've been telling y'all, they've been shot in the waist. They've been stabbed 115 times. And I said this before. We're being killed by people we know. And the problem I'm having is that girls are feeling too comfortable with what they're doing. You can't be comfortable at what you're doing. You're in the belly of the beast. That means you got to be careful. You got to look and keep looking. And when you ain't want to look, you're looking. You can't walk straight ahead. You got to keep turning your back, turn your back. You had to act as if you were in prison for the first time. You got to keep turning around. Even if you got to play it off like you dance, you just keep turning around. There is a business, not a party. Exactly, Liberty. Tis Medicine spoke about girls working in groups for safety. Someone should be nearby. If that'll work. But a lot of times when you try to work in groups and stuff, it could be really toxic only because every girl needs their money, and a girl is gonna spun off and say, I need my money. There's too many of us out here, and they're gonna split. It's gonna be almost hard. Because every girl wanted get that coin, and they're gonna spin off. I'm just saying. Especially if another girl gets a date, another girl gets a date, and she comes back with a $300 date, and here it is, you sit up there with $50. She's like, I'm going somewhere else to walk off. Y'all can have, I'll take my chances. She's gonna leave. Because you're in the belly of the beast. It's not like no sorority party. It is time for survival. Exactly, Gia. That's how I feel. You have to be careful. It's the belly of the beast. And the thing about it is, I don't want to keep doing deaths, and I don't want to be doing murders, and these girls keep getting murdered. And the simple fact of the matter is that we always want to say, well, the cops need to do this, the cops need to do that. I can't stop the cops from doing what they want. I can't stop the cops from saying, well, this person was trans, stuff like that. When a girl has been murdered, a lot of times she has nowhere she lives. It's no address where she lives at. A lot of girls are homeless. They're living on the streets. So when they notify the parents or the family members, when they contact them, if they're home, they're going to identify them at the name that they on the ID. A lot of girls who transition family don't even know they transition. And that's another thing. A lot of girls transition in secret. See, the thing about it is it's just not so black and white as people think. The gray area is humongous. That's what I was sharing with someone else. She was like, "Well, if she had breasts and everything, she was a woman." That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. And that's the only thing I have a problem with. And I just want to share this with y'all and stuff, especially the ID and stuff. If y'all don't have your name change and stuff, take a little post-it note and tape it on your bottom of your ID or something with your name, the name you go by, whatever case may be, and put it there. So when the cops, God forbid, knock on wood, they find your ID, your name is on it. If you don't want to be misgendered, if you want to be misgendered, they're gonna do what they gotta do. We need weapons to protect. Don't get comfortable. Exactly, Liberty. But if you know you're going to commit a crime, you're not supposed to show with a nice lace front with some makeup and lipstick. You're committing a crime. Stop glorifying it and then acting like I don't understand why I got murdered. You're committing a crime. You have to be watching your back, left and right, front, back, center, and watching everybody. And if you have another girl who works with you, y'all supposed to watch each other back. The same way them girls did in Los Angeles, which they didn't watch each other back, which I should name nameless. Do you think we should boycott download man mother? I think so. They could. But see, this is the thing about a Liberty. To get the girls to stick together is a waste of your time. That's like asking black people to stick together. It's a waste of time. There'll be a few that's going to stick together, and there's going to be a few that won't. Prime example, with the whole thing with Trump, you see black people up there talking about blacks for Trump. And then the other guy stood up and said, well, I'm a white person, and we talk about the black people like a dog. We call them the N-word left and right. Nobody's surprised but the black people, because they sit up there being stupid. But I understand why black people would pick Trump, because at the end of the day, it's just letting us know how our ancestors were hung on trees. It was people who look like us who helped kill us. Same thing happening now. It's very much a lot of things that we're going through now has been just reincarnated back, or says recycle back in front of our faces as younger, but we understand what you're going through. But get people to stick together, girl. It's almost impossible. And if you could do it, go for it. I told you, I canceled the world. I'm dead serious. I don't bother, because I know when it comes down for fighting, I know they're not going to fight for me. And I don't want to run into the battlefield and then I turn around thinking my help is coming and I'm the only one standing there. And they talk about something, they want to see what's going to happen to me first. Now we supposed to be all in it together, but then all of a sudden you let me go ahead by myself because you want to see what's going to happen. That's not what we agreed on. Sometimes we can't be our own worst. You're right. You're right, Liberty. And that's the thing about it, is that we want to blame other people for our mishaps. We want to blame other people. And I get it, because we always compare, we always complain. But the thing about it is that we also don't support our own girls. We'll support other people's channel. We also support gay people's channel, but we don't support each other. We don't. Now I have a few. I actually seen one girl besides Laverne Cox, Transgender Planet. She posts my videos on her website. Laverne had did one within me when I did the other girl being not murdered, but she got stabbed up, and she stabbed the guy. I forget the name. She posted it up. But a lot of girls don't do that. They don't support it. They support anything that means monetary value, and what I bring to the table is not gonna get supported. Now go to my channel and put their name in my search engine and watch their name come up. I supported them. So why didn't they support me? All you gotta do is put their name up and say by Raven over, and look how many names come that I supported. That's why I don't do it no more. That's why I stopped supporting them. Because nobody supports me. And they don't. I'll be the sales and marketer for them, but when my turn comes, they don't bother. So why should I bother? And that's the thing about it, is that here it is. I'm trying to save lives to keep girls alive, and y'all trying to make money. It's a big difference. People or money? Which one you want? They want the money. If y'all die, I'll give y'all a shout out, and that's it. But they don't deserve more than just a shout out. Too many divisions in the community. It's all about being the cunt, and they forget everyone has targets. Exactly, Liberty. And that's the thing about it. People get too comfortable in thinking they're accepted, and they're not. That's why I always say you have to support those that support you. I have a lot of cis women. I have cis women that help even support this channel. These are cis women that has full blown relationship with men. They're not even in the LGBT. There are straight people that's dating, and even straight men, you know. So they're not even in the LGBT, but they'll support this channel quicker than the ones that's supposed to. I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about the ones that's on a big platform. They don't do that for me. I have to go, but I hope you have a safe. You too, Isabella. God bless you. Have a good day at school. I think you're in school. The trade is just tired. Hey, Cooley, Sherman. Well, that's the thing I want to talk to you about. You can't stop being what you want to see in the world. We support you, and the right girls will support. Yeah, I understand that, Flowers. But I'm saying with a bigger platform. My platform is not big. I mean, let's be honest, it's not. I'm gonna be really honest with y'all. Sometimes I take it personal when a young girl has been killed. I take it personal only because I felt like if somebody would have shared, if she would have came here, maybe she not would have agreed, but she would have found out something she didn't know. A lot of these girls really don't know. A lot of these girls really don't be knowing. And if you have someone keep pounding in their head, when they show up, they already prepared. They ain't got to get ready because they're already ready. But a lot of times they don't be knowing. People be thinking they know and they don't know. A lot of straight men and a lot of cis women didn't even know we were getting killed like this. They didn't know. When they come to this channel, they found out a whole lot of stuff. They had no idea. That's why I always love up on you. Be a bad. Amen. Have a section. Let's build each other. Exactly. But the thing about it is that, I say share to get to our sisters to keep them alive. They ain't got to like me, but I feel like a lot of times they're murdered because they don't know. They don't know. And I feel like if you waving this flag, oh, everything is okay, everything is fine, y'all can do what y'all want, and then they murdered. Think about how many people that's been murdered. Nobody's not even talking about them now. So many girls have been murdered. The most time y'all hear about them, but I keep throwing up their picture. If I throw up their picture again, I throw up their picture. How many times y'all seen other people throw their pictures back up? I throw their pictures right back up again to keep people in mind what's been happening. I'll be throwing their pictures up, always throwing in people's face. How many times y'all see the girls? I throw a whole bunch of girls' pictures up. You let them see what they're doing to us. But if you don't have receipts thrown in people's face, they're like, well, damn, I didn't know this. Have you ever considered OnlyFans as a way to for just commentary? Even Thomas. I got an OnlyFans page, but my OnlyFans is about my music. Ain't nobody checking for me, Dot, but thank you. They ain't checking for me. Because they don't. A lot of times I'm the bad news person. All I bring is bad news. Nobody really wants to hear from Raven because I'm the bearer of bad news. Hey Cologne, how are you? We have girls at the platforms, but they are busy getting their life. Exactly, Lipney. I'm the bearer of bad news. And it was like, I call it, the thing about it is I didn't want to start this channel on the way it went. Like the other girl told me, she said, Raven, this is God's work because it wasn't what you wanted. I'm not a serious person. I don't like to live my life this way. But sometimes I feel like I'm being pushed to do something I don't want to do maybe because I take it personal. If a girl looks like me get murdered, it bothers me. It literally kills me. But it bothers me because I don't want her to die. I don't want anybody to die, but I feel like a lot of times she didn't know. She didn't know. especially with these new time transfers online. They are delusional. Exactly, because they're being flowers. They're being fed false information. They're not being fed the truth. Good afternoon, Gwendolyn. How are you, sweetie? They're not being fed the truth. And see, you can't get mad at somebody for not knowing. They don't know. They think they heard of one girl get murdered or two girls. They don't know the magnitude of it. They be thinking it's one or two or three or four, the most four. They don't know the magnitude. And then a lot of them that's gonna go across, they ain't even gonna hear about it at all. So here it is, they thinking everything done changed because they ain't hear nothing. They ain't hear nothing. Prime example. How many times y'all heard the girl's been murdered if I didn't post it? How many times would y'all have heard the girl's been murdered if I didn't do it? How many times would y'all have heard these girls been murdered? I didn't know when he do the murders. I'm showing you receipts. I'm showing you what happened to him. And I thank y'all for sharing to try to keep our sisters alive and all the people that share. But how many times y'all would have heard this? All y'all hear is RIP so and so. That's it. All they say is RIP. That's all. You're not gonna try to go after the killer. You're not gonna try to help your other sisters. So if you say RIP, that means the killer could go get the other sisters. You're not gonna try to stop and try to get the killer before you go after the rest of them, or you just gonna say RIP and watch about your yeah. I'm gonna say RIP and I'm gonna go get my hair done. That's it. So you're not gonna go after try to find a way to get to the killer before he kills somebody else? No, I'm not. No, of course they're not. They got a hair appointment. They got a glue appointment. They got a date. They forget there are types of girls who got to be their thing to fight over, but it's not still getting murdered to fight music. Exactly. And a lot of times the girls, they don't care. And you got allies who's out in the girls. They have, well, it's not me attitude. There you go, Liberty. And that's the problem. And that's the problem. Because the only thing about it is that I learn with people, they only care when they show up at their doorstep. They only care when it's their turn. Now everybody's supposed to fall out and cry and scream, all this stuff like that over you. But when you could have saved, you could have got the person locked up. You didn't do that. But now it's your turn. We're supposed to scream and cry over you. It's just crazy though. But anyway, I definitely want to talk about this because clearly I got another murder coming. I don't know if it's gonna be a two-spirit woman or it's gonna be a gay person. I have no idea. The third person that was killed, they have not released the name. They have not released the gender. The police the police did not release anything. So there's a third person that's been murdered in Chicago, and we don't have all the evidence. I'm not evidence. We don't have a name yet. I must be getting fat because it's hard for me to cross my legs. And that's the problem. You know, anyway, I just want to come on and talk to y'all about that. And I was talking about, because my whole thing is this, when I was talking to another girl, I was like, she was like, well, she's trans, they need to put down trans. What do you can put down? A trans woman got killed by the name of Omar. A trans woman got killed by the name of Jeffrey. Who's no Jeffrey? Nobody don't know no Jeffrey. They ain't gonna be knowing these names. Nobody knows nobody government names. They only know the names y'all put up online. So the cops supposed to know the name? Like, come on. But then again, I can't with people. You remember when those girls got attacked? Notice how passable they were, and the comments still mentioned them. But that's a tell them. Yeah, Liberty, but that's a whole nother stuff. If you're talking about the three, I think you're talking about girl. That's a whole nother story. If you notice, I never do a follow up on that because I ain't gonna say nothing against nobody. But when I do a lot of research, if I don't say nothing back about it, trust me, I found something that didn't support the girls. So if I find something that don't support the girls, I ain't gonna share it. I'll let the world figure it out. If they don't figure it out, I don't mean no speak English. Like OnlyFans, only because it keeps some of the girls off the street. Yeah, if you could listen, if you can get money off, if you can get money off OnlyFans docs, I say go for it. If you can get money off of webcam, go for it. That's I don't knock nobody's struggle. We're all in this struggling thing together. We're trying to make it the best way we can. The only thing I'm saying is when you hit the stroll or when you're doing other things, you can't keep thinking that you're just going to work. You're not going to work. You have to be prepared at what you're doing. You can't feel comfortable and act like this is fun. Because there are some people who hate us. There's some people who feel as though we should be murdered. In some countries, you're killed for this. And the first thing they do is kill you, and then they put a picture of you online, and they'll say you molested a kid, and that's not what happened. But to make themselves feel good, you got people who don't do the research, but yet still say, "Oh, they molested a kid. That's why they got killed." No, they ain't how they got killed. They got killed because he or she was gay. They just used that as a way of making proof of what they did, and that's not how they was killed. They got a false label to them, set on fire, murdered for being gay. They were killed for being gay. And then they'll take a little post and put underneath their name, you molested a child. And that's not what happened at all. Because they want to justify for what they was doing. And I hope karma eats them all the way up. Okay, mother, we're going to leave that. Where is that? Exactly, Liberty. And, just a little something to think about and stuff. I was just giving you all an idea, especially if you are, we're at the head, same as, yeah. Exactly. I just want to give y'all an idea, just in case you are a sex worker. Put your name on your ID, especially if you're going in the belly of the beast. Especially if you're hitting a stroll, jumping in and out of cars. You have to be more careful what you're doing. I guess because I'm tired of y'all getting murdered. Y'all all under 30. And I'm sick of it. And I don't want to do no murders. I keep saying it. I don't want to do no murders no more. I really don't. I'm like, I be fighting with myself. Like, oh my God, here go another murder sitting on my desk. I don't want to do them. I don't. I really don't. I said 2020, I'm done with it. And I done did 3. And what is this? It's the 12th. And I done did 3 murders. It's the 12th of January. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the girls getting murdered. So maybe if I get in their ear, we can keep them alive and keep them prepared. If you don't have nothing on you, child, run. Scream. Do something. Stop letting your guard down because he cute. And that's another thing. I think they let the guard down because he be cute. He make them laugh. He make them laugh. When we try to mind our business, nicotine. Of course. It's nothing like hunting somebody who they feel as though it's weak. If you feel as though a person is weak, it's easy to hunt them. Child, these be the killers. Exactly. The cute ones. But the girls don't want to see that. They be like, oh girl, he is fine. You already know he's fine. It's called a distraction. Why is he in front of you? And I'm not saying all men are bad, but the simple fact of the matter is that by me doing so many depths, I keep seeing something and I want to share with y'all because I've never but one time told y'all a girl fought back. The girls don't fight back. So in order for us to get murdered, we have to be getting murdered by a friend, somebody we trusted. And that's something I want y'all to keep in mind. Not saying all your friends are bad or people are bad. Just don't trust them. Just always keep one eye open. That's all I'm saying. I tell the girls after he snapped back into reality. I just really got sexual activity. Yeah, but see, the thing about it is when you are, um, Nisha, when you're in the belly of the beast, you have to be prepared for everything. Because when you doing the extra activity work, your neck is in front of him, which he could easily snap. He could snap your neck. Your hair is in front of your face. It's so many things that you working against you when you're doing that type of stuff on the stroll. Everything works against you. Your heels work against you. Your nails work against you. Your pocket works against you. Everything works against you. All you gotta do is snap your neck while you're bending down, and then you dare to go through your pocketbook and you going to drop your foot on the side of the street, or shoot you in your head while your head is going. When your head is down, he can just take out a gun and just pop it right there and push you out of his car. Or he can wait till you come get out the car, just turn around and say, "Hey, boo, here's the tip for you, a pow," and then drive off. You have to understand what you're doing is illegal, and you have to understand that you're in the belly of the beast. You cannot sit down and think it's just a friend. You have to realize what you're doing. Stop closing your eyes on what you're doing. A majority of the serial killers were sex. Exactly, Liberty. I take my time to get to know a man for right. But I'm not talking about that, Liberty. I'm talking about sex work when they be on the stroll. Because to be honest with you, a lot of these girls get killed on the stroll. Sex work. I'm not giving out names, but y'all can kind of go through the works that I've done. Y'all can kind of figure out what's going on. Raven, you have been on my mind a lot. It was fun and real good to talk with you. Hey, Miss Bubbles, please call me today. Something this week. Okay, Miss Bubble. But I want you to be careful when working on these strolls and stuff. I definitely want y'all to be careful because now, if you want to meet a man online and stuff like that, that's a totally different thing. Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. But a lot of times, girls, when you post the ads and you having guys come to your house, remember, people who just come home, killers that just come home, mentally ill people, everybody's looking at your posts. Mentally ill people, people just came home from prison, a killer, the cops, the FBI, the bondsmen, detectives, everybody looking at your ad. So when you do that kind of stuff, you have to pay if anything to walk through the door. My friend Alex died in the beach, Florida, a few days ago. No reports, no nothing. She was found on some railroad tracks, and people saying she was hit by a train. It seems suspect. If you got a you could send me a if you could send me a link. If you could send me a link to this, I'll do the story on it. But I have to find more research on this person. Was she born in 1999 and she got killed January the 6th? Oof. Is this her right here? Is that her? My friend. Is that her, Anderson? Um, hello, Dorothy. How are you, sweetie? I used to read them. I used to bring them to my home. I would go with me. They would get the license plate. Exactly. But you know what? Also, good thing Liberty is taking a picture and putting it in your phone. When they ask them for a picture and put their picture in the phone with their name. I think I see the girl you're talking about. Alex. She was born in 1999. She was killed January the 6th. I don't know if she was killed, but I'm trying to find a story on her. Um, I don't see anything. If you have any, where's that girl at? Dan Anderson. Do you have, do you have any news article or something? Because I don't see anything. All I see is the obituary where she died and stuff. I don't know nothing about her. Haven't seen anything about her. I looked up there. I didn't see nothing. It says obituary is not available at this time. We welcome you to provide any information about her. Click here to share memories and condolences with the family. Um, but Alex, um, I'm finna head to work. All right, Liberty, have a good day. Hey, La, how are you, sweetie? Um, I found Alex's thing, but Alex said he was a gay boy. So I'm confused. It says Alex is a gay boy. He put on his Twitter he's a gay boy. I'm confused. Hey Michelle, socialites excuse when we get murdered, we choose that life, okay, but we're not choosing to get murdered. Exactly, Michelle. Um, speaking from my personal experience, I grew up in an era where I did work, attract work, hotel sectors. Just have to be cautious in that mindset. Exactly, you have to be careful. But I looked up what information I did find. Alex just said that Alex was a gay boy. I don't know what Alex transitioned because his the last tweet was in I think in 2013. A gay boy here, April the 7th, 2013. Now I don't know. All the tag says gay boy, gay kid, gay teen. Maybe here's another profile. It says you don't have to like me. I'm not a Facebook status. My best friend is a lesbian. So is Alex a trans man? Was Alex a trans man? Cause I'm confused. I'm speaking from my personal experience. I grew up in an era where I did work in the track work. Okay. Um, as I mentioned before, you're the only blogger that reports this. Thank you, Nisha. I appreciate it. I'm trying to think, is Alex a trans man though? Is Alex a trans man? This is exactly what I'm talking to y'all about, the gray area. Now, Alex almost looked like in transition, but then I saw another picture of Alex that looks like they transitioned to a woman. But then I saw the other one, it looked like transitioning into a boy. Listen, like I said before, it could be gender non-conforming. So this is the gray area I be talking about. And then they like, well, the cops supposed, how the cops supposed to know? We don't even know. So you expecting somebody who's not from the community to know? We don't even know. Like, how could I present this? And then the person who told me this, I'm still waiting for them to say something back, unless they're trying to find an article or something to share with me, because I can't find anything. I like to find some solid facts when I'm doing these things, because if I don't trust and believe, I get red for life. Anyway, but the person who told me about this person, Alex, that's passed away, if you could find any information, send it to my ravenova at yahoo.com. And I have no problem doing this story, but due to the fact that I'm seeing what I'm seeing, reading through Alex thing and Alex hashtag says, I don't know. And this is another thing. When you're trying to find out who these people are, there's some people with the same name. Anyway, it was born January the 8th, 1999. They died January the 6th, 2011. Excuse me, 2021. So they were buried January the 6th, 2021. So that was a few days ago. Hey, Yumi, what's up, sweetie? Thank you. It is confusing. It's very confusing, Miss Tanina. It's very confusing. This is what I'm saying. And when you're doing these stories and stuff, trust and believe, I'll be confused. That's why I be like, y'all got to work with me because there's so much stuff. And then when I'm telling the story, I have to make sure I'm using the right pronunciation, the right words, because a lot of times they'll put he instead of she, and child, it's too much to the left. But anyway, in case everybody just got here, I just want to share something with you. I said if you have an ID and you haven't changed your name, God forbid, take a little piece of paper, like a little post-it, and write your little name here on your ID card. So if the cops ever found you, they could basically see your name there. So they would know that you're a two-spirit woman. Because when they see you in full, it helps. God forbid that happens, but it'll help. Even the parents of the slain victim disrespect and pronounce. Yeah, that's because you know what it is, Nisa? Because the family never approved of it. The family never approved of it. And also to save face, they wanna make it seem like they didn't agree with it because they have family and friends. They want to let them know that they agree with the family and friend. Family will sell you out in a minute. Family will sell you out in a minute for friends and stuff. And that's not surprising to any of us. Instead of sticking behind your child, it's very few times you can hear parents stick behind their kid. And we celebrate those parents who don't get enough recognition. But anyway. So anyway, how long I've been on? I've been in for an hour. It wouldn't be a bit if I didn't blow my nose. Excuse me. It's the coronavirus. Okay. I believe why Maddie didn't change her name is here it is. She didn't feel like it's going through all. Yeah, but Yumi, the thing about it is people tell you one thing and may do something of another. I don't want to speak for her, but I think a lot of times you have to be careful not to overshare, if you know what I mean. The same thing I'd say a lot of things because everybody watching you is not your friend. So you can't overshare, if you know what I mean. I went to court and got mine changed only because of it was in the beginning only because I wanted to get a job. I wanted to go to work. Actually, I went to a temp agency and she suggested it, and then this other guy suggested. He was like, then another guy kept telling me, "Like, why don't you just get it?" So I said, "Let me go get my name changed." So I filled out the paperwork. The lawyers sent me the stuff, so I had to go to court. They changed it. It was hilarious within itself, but this is way in the beginning. This is when I was innocent. I wasn't. I wasn't I wasn't aware of what I stepped myself into. I'll say that much. I was not aware of. I was not aware. It's at the top, sweetie. I was not aware of what I stepped myself into. And when you go to the girls and ask the girls to help you, the girls become me no speaking English. So the girls don't want to help you when you go to them and stuff. So that's why I try to be available for y'all. So when y'all need to talk to me, y'all can hit me up on Instagram or so somebody to talk to, because a lot of times when it comes down to it, for some reason the girls feel as though they have to teach some type of confidentiality instead of trying to keep y'all alive. There's my cash app right there. It's also at the top. But instead of girls trying to keep you alive, they too busy worried about you getting in their position. I would definitely change my name unless I had one of those names. I changed mine. I went to court and everything. It was so funny when I went because my sister said, "Well, I think you should." I was like, "I don't know if I should change my name because." She's like, "Well, why shouldn't you change your name? You already didn't change your body." She's like, "You got to change your name. You change your body, so we might as well make it fit." So I was like, "Okay, fine." I went to court, and the judge called me up to the front of the courtroom, and he was like, it's not like it's going to be like some tremendous type of thing, like a devastating experience. This is what happens. You go to court and stuff. You fill out the paperwork. He calls your name up. He says, "Okay, I see your name." Normally, he won't say the first name. He'll just say, "I see someone. I see so and so wants to be so and so." He says, "As of now, this is now your name. And sign it. Sign you feel okay." And then everybody looks at you, of course, because many people didn't know, but now they know. So after he does that, I went up ready to walk away. These security guards that came over to me. They're like, "Girl, let me tell you what you could do." Women have always, I could honestly say one thing about me. Females have always been supportive of me. I mean, females have grabbed me. I guess my experience with women are totally different, but females have always grabbed me and pulled me to them. Instead of saying, "Oh no, get away," they have grabbed me, they pulled me to them. They also been a protector. Of course, not all of them, but I can honestly say a lot more of them. A lot more of them have been protected than men. A lot of cisgender women. So a lot of cisgender women. So, I thought it was hilarious. They was like, "Come here, let me tell you what you could do." They was giving me advice and stuff. I was like, "Girl, I already know what to do." But I ain't say nothing because when some people think they're helping, you just get quiet and go, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Check out what's her name, Jessica, and she told the girls about how she changed hers and how to change your name, or at least someone I was listening on. Yeah, it's pretty simple. All you gotta do is you could go to this thing called, I think it's called, like, it's a paperwork that you fill out. They just fill out. It's a paperwork. You just fill it out and tell them the old name, the new name. Well, now in 2021, they made it way easier. When I got mine changed, you had to go the whole. Now it's way easier. It's way easier now. You can even get your birth certificate changed without even going to court. All you need is the doctor stuff. Due to the fact I had a doctor and stuff, it's a lot more easier. So the girls coming behind me, y'all gonna get it way easier. It's gonna become more easier for y'all. Y'all may not even go to court. Y'all make it do a lot more easier than me. What's up? Yeah. Yes, I'm busy. Yeah, I'm busy. All right, bye. Anyway. Oh, snap. Snap easier now. People. Right. Eli, I need to get off my butt and get some change. Sheriff's Department. We're playing games. Mocking me. That's the thing about it. Once, when I went to go get a job and stuff, and I went to the agency, this is what happened to me. This is how it happened to me. So I went to go to work, right? So, no, honey, that's somebody that want to be my man. That's a whole nother story. We not having story time, Queen. Hey Smith, we not having story time. too funny. But yeah, they just basically, I got everything changed. I'm not even gonna talk about the fact that I don't even want neither one, but it's like it's just crazy. It's real crazy. I need to get off my butt and get it changed. Well, this is the reason I got mine changed. I forgot. I'm glad. Eli, this how I went to go to an agency for a job, and I worked in the office, which I already know. So by me going to the office, I never changed my name because I figured basically they have to go through my resume. So I left my old name up there on my resume, and I was sure to the job. So I was like, are they going to check the records? I'm going to show that I've been working. So when I got there to the job and stuff, do your story time. Exactly, Queen. Um, so I got to the job, and I handed my resume. So it was, you sit there, you have to wait till they call your name. So they called my name, and I went into the room, and she was like, so she's waiting, she's looking, so she's thinking that somebody's coming with me, the boy name. So she's waiting for, coming. So she's waiting. She figured I was, just coming inside to let me know, he was in the bathroom or something. And I'm sitting there, and she's like, she gets up, she's like, oh, are you with? I was like, yes. And she's like, oh, what? I said, it's me. She said, oh, okay. Then she freezes. She goes, what? And I said, that's me. She said, what do you mean it's me? And she's confused. I'm sitting up there like this. She's confused. So I'm like, she was like, oh, how am I going to get you a job? I can't get you a job like this. She's like, you got to get your name changed. She said, you got to do the work. She said, you got to get your name. She said, I can't present you to the clients. I can't present you to the accounts with this name looking like this. She's like, you done went this far. Finish it. She's like, you got to go the rest of the way. You got to get it done. I can't get you a job until you get the rest. So I went and I get the rest. That's what made me do it. When I went down to I went to the office, and when I went to New York, I went to try to get some, because in New York you can get your boobies and everything done. So I went down into the welfare office, and it was like they did the same thing. I went there, the guy was like calling my name. I got up there to the front. I'm standing up there. He kept calling me. I said, I'm here. He said, you here for what? You have to wait your turn. So I was like, I'm here. So he's like, you have to wait your turn. So he kept calling the name out, looking around for me. And I'm like, he was like, you know what? If you don't gonna come to the front, I'm gonna go to the next person. I said, I'm standing right here. He said, what do you mean you're standing right here? I said, that's me. He goes, now remind you, I'm not supposed to be seeing this. He goes, come on, let's go to the back. Take me to the back. He sets me down. He's like, okay, what's going on? And I told him. So he was like, all right. He rushed me on out. He put me in. They put you in class, which is weird in New York. They put you in school in New York, which is weird. Like they send you straight to school. You thinking you about to get the you got to go to class. You got the. When I went to class and I had to go to school and stuff for that. When I went to class and stuff, and I guess he put a bug in the ear of the teacher. So when I showed up, they call me by my last name. And the teacher was low-key looking, you know what I mean? We know the boys. So he's low-key checking me out and looking at me. And I'm sitting there with this big old burgundy wig on. Call myself being low-key. And they wanted me to go to other places. I don't know nothing about New York. I didn't finish. I left. So I never got the money. I never got the rest of the assistance. I left because they wanted me to go somewhere else in New York. I said, I don't know my way around New York. And yeah, as much as I love New York, y'all got to kill somebody else because you ain't gonna kill me. Because I'm lost. And I got they always say if you go to New York, don't look like you're lost. I look like I'm lost because I'm lost. And I have no problem walking up to people asking where I'm at. And people have no problem giving you the wrong directions. People in New York will give you the wrong directions, have you walking down streets that ain't nowhere to nowhere. They have you jumping on trains that don't go nowhere to nowhere. Transgender American can legally change the same countries. That's true too. Winter, you know, but it's a process. It's a big process. But it's simple. It's more easier now than it was before. This is why also my whole transition done by people who have been through the whole process and transition into SOS and preserve. Okay. I mean, whatever works for anybody, whatever works for you, works for you. You know what I mean? Just let it be for you. Whatever makes you happy. You have to preserve your mental because you have to be happy, not done by straight people. I don't even know how to even think about that. But whatever works for you. But that's the reason why I went to court and stuff and got it changed and stuff. And that was it. I don't trust people. Yeah, but you don't trust gay people either, you me. So you just as bad as me. That happens all the time. Before I got mine, the name changed because she was definitely needed. I had and previous name I was already with my exactly. But they keep telling you in order to they keep telling you you have to do the work. You don't want to. I didn't want to do it. I think I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to be made fun of, laughed at. Just think about all the trans women walking in criminal court saying, "I'm here to serve you." Yeah, it happens. I know a lot of two-spirit women that never changed their name at all, and they living as a two-spirit woman, and they got the, you know, off topic, but Trump terrorists are now on no-fly list. I seen that YouTube has videos of them being removed. I seen that too. Dot. I seen that too. They're now terrorists. They went against they what they put out there into the universe was like a boomerang. It hit them right back in their own face. So now they get a chance to see. I hope to God that 2021 things start going in reverse. Everybody who sit back and do the things that's negative on other people is going to get their just due because people are trying to make it the best way they can. And same thing I was telling this guy who wants to date me, who keep asking me out and stuff. He's a white guy. I met him before. Raven don't discriminate. Um, he's a Trump supporter, and I was like, how could you want to be my man and you're a Trump supporter? He said, well, you have Trump misunderstood. I said, no, my friend, you have Trump misunderstood. I said, you don't even know the magnitude of things he's done for doctors who's treating me, can get locked up for helping me for the things. He said, well, it's misunderstanding. And I kept saying to myself, well, do you not get it because you're white and I'm black, or do you not get it because you just don't care? But at the end of the day, you know, um, I'm a real person. Surprise. You be wanting to take me out. You want me to move with you. I'm not moving with you. I had to go to my court to get my name engineered. Exactly. I had to go to court to change my name. And they give you a certificate and get your social security card changed. Now my birth certificate, if y'all want your birth certificate changed, hey XP, how beautiful. If y'all want your birth certificate changed, COVID-19 is the best thing for y'all. Y'all get your birth certificate changed real easy now. All y'all got to do is fill out the information and y'all can get your birth certificate changed quick. And I mean for real, for real. Oh, thank you, Andrew. Y'all could get your birth certificate changed quick. That's how I got mine changed. Y'all done shame me enough. I got together this year and stop being. No, we ain't shaming you, Eli. That's no, we don't do that. I don't. You know, I would never do that to you. But the white boys that use police against you, Raven. If you piss them off, he will get a probation. I believe it too, Doc. I don't. But see, I don't trust nobody, Doc. So if you white or black, I don't trust you. I mean, it is what it is. I'm just there right now. I can't promote brotherhood when the brothers are killing my sisters. It's the same thing when I did that song. When I did that song, I sung about I forget what it's about. Woman back, but some song I wrote, and I was saying it was like, well, why don't you write it about white? Why did you write about white men? I said because the black men are killing us. I have to. I mean, I don't want none of my sisters to be killed, whether they white or black, purple, green. It doesn't matter. But the simple fact of the matter is that the girls are being murdered that look like me. I have to try to find a way to get into their head. If I got to sing about it, I got to make a story about it, I got to do a story time. I got to find a way to make them think. And I have to try to find a way to make a man think before he kills this girl. What he's doing. Sometimes you find different avenues of getting people here. Sometimes they have an aha moment that a girl won't be murdered. It's like, you know what, I thought about something Raven said, and I ain't gonna kill her. You know what I mean? Or I thought about the other girls that's been murdered, you know, and I'm just mad at this girl. Let's let her go. You never know. You never know. Oh, Eli, I'm in the good. Okay, sweet Eli. I just don't want you to never feel, attacked because I don't like for people to feel attacked because I know we get it enough. That's why Eli. But brother, got life in prison. Yeah, but that it also could get overturned. That's the thing about it. You mean I never did? I mean never. It's just weird how things work, though. It's weird. And the weird thing is, I lived the same life as a lot of these girls that's been murdered. And it's kind of weird. Like, they call it survivors remorse, I think they call it. I'm not sure. We got so many terms out here. But I don't understand. Not saying I'm trying, not saying I want to be murdered, but I just can't understand how these girls keep getting murdered, though. Like, cause I do the same things. Well, I don't do everything, but I've done some of the stuff that they do, and I'm still here. Like, what are they doing that's extra? You know what I mean? And I'm not taking it for the killer, but it's just something's not right here. Black pastor who killed the trans woman will get the death penalty. Oh, okay, Doc. I remember that one. But see, they're known for trying to keep it secret. Exactly, Nisha. And that's sad though. Like and I don't even like talking about this because it hinders me and it makes me don't want to date men. Like I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe when a man wants to be with me. I don't feel safe. And I do believe it's because I've done so many deaths. I've done a lot of deaths, y'all. And I don't feel safe. And sometimes I think I'm not being fair to y'all because I feel like sometimes I'm pushing my ways on y'all because of the way I think. These dudes willing to risk their life in prison for the hate of black trans men mostly. They don't hate them, you me. They hate this they hate the fact that they're getting told on. They don't hate the trans women. They getting upset because they feel like the trans woman is gonna tell on him. Now this is the one thing I don't understand. You tell her that you want to be with her because you like the girls like her. You get rid of her or you kill her because of who she is. It's a setup. I'm a man and sometimes scared of these crazy men. I'm a man, sometimes scared of these crazy makeouts here. Exactly. I'm watching another trans woman, and she said black trans women need to date outside of just black. Do you agree? Um, it's not about skin, Queen B, because the thing about it is, if a man going to kill, it doesn't matter about his race. He's just got the instinct. Because y'all do know women have white women that get killed too. It just don't get reported as much as black women. And the reason why they don't report white people killing white people is because they only want to report black people committing crimes. White people committing just as much crimes as black people, just not reported. Because they want to make the darkness only sit on one race, and it's not true. At the end of the day, we're at war not against flesh and blood. We're battling spirits, warfare. Out here, many spirits roaming. Amen. Went to agree with you, Mission. Some of them in hate trans women, they murder because they hate gays, not just to keep their secret. Okay. They date a weak elderly man with a good slap. I'm not going there with you, Doc. It's not about that. Killers come in all. That's true. You can't never know. You never know. You never know. The only safety you can have is just keeping yourself aware. But then again, you want to be happy. Like, I don't want to keep saying, don't date nobody, stay away from everybody. Because there's good people out there. There's really some good people out here. But we shouldn't be in prison of our mind of these stories. But it's just scary. I personally feel there's no unity within our own communities. So until we have these killings, we will have an unfortunate. I said what I said. I'm speaking from a person. I agree with you, Nisa. It's good luck with that. Get people to stick together. Good luck with that. And I'm talking about all races. I'm not just talking about blacks and whites and Spanish and Indian. All races stick together. Good luck, because I can't do it. They're too busy finding things against each other before they find something for each other. Black trans women, for one or both reasons, I hate gays. Keep that secret in your closet. I don't hate anybody. Um, I just don't like the way people move sometimes. Spanish men kill Latina girls. Exactly. It's when the community people do what they do. Same reason why two-spirit women get murdered. They're being murdered for being women. But the problem I said this before, and I talked to a lot of cisgender women. They said, "Welcome to our world." They've been killing us for years. Y'all just don't. We don't hear about it. They said the most unprotected woman is a black woman. They don't talk about how many times y'all heard a black woman being murdered, and people still talking about it. It has to go all the way over the world, like Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, or um, Waukesha. I think it's Watson, Waukesha Watson. It has to go all the way over the world for people to catch on to. But other than that, they're not gonna talk about it. Excuse me, sorry, I forgot. Raven, don't like that term trend. I mean, you can say what you want. I mean, it is what it is. Even the white man who kills a trans woman. Exactly. They kill us too. I'm telling you, it's not about skin, it's about the man. It's not about skin, it's about the man. You know, it is what it is. We can't make people pay for their skin. You know. That's why I tell y'all, I want y'all to have a great life, but I just want y'all to be aware. Oh, but the title of Raven video says trending. Yeah, because I have to reach the people. Me, unfortunately, I can say a lot of things, but if I don't reach the right people, they ain't gonna know what two spirit mean. They'll skip right over it. Even though I'm trying to promote and push, a lot of times, like I said before, my volume is very low. It's not, you know, when I educate men on two spiritness, if you're a spiritual person, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you never heard of it, you like, I don't know what you're talking about. What is the two spirit? Because nowadays I'm throwing another term into the LGBT, you know what I mean? So they don't even know what that means. So it's like, in order to pull them in, you got to throw it out there. Yeah, it's the comment. Exactly. So I can't save them, but try to save them until I pull them in and try to let them realize that we're spirits inside of these bodies and get into their head to keep them up. Hey, Deshaun, what's up, sweetie? To try to let them know. Because a lot of times we don't know. We don't know. You can't get mad at a person for not knowing. We don't know. We just trying to do the best we can. It's about the best we can. Anyway, how are you, Deshaun? I just want to come on here for a few seconds, y'all. I'm on break. Oh, okay. So that was it. So anything else y'all want to talk about before Raven? You never know who's gonna kill you. Oh God, Deshaun. Thanks, Jason, for that introduction. No, Deshaun, say try to. Don't say who's going to. Say try to. These two spirit girls got more balls. Exactly, Yumi. That's what I mean. I'm with you. 110,000%. You got to watch out for people. That's true, Deshaun. But it's so sad. It's so sad because by me doing these stories and stuff, I had no idea. And the reason why I didn't want to do no more stories because I want to be like everybody else. I don't want to. I don't want to be reminded. And it's like I'm trying to slide away from doing death stories. And I thought another girl was going to start doing it, but she hasn't done it. A lot of girls don't want to do death stories. They just don't want to do it. They want to do fun stuff. Unless you have privilege of white gender. Yeah, that's true. It's sad hearing the stories about her. People. Yeah, it's just horrible. You know, it is what it is, but it's a lot. It's a lot. And every family deals with grieving differently. You know, and then you try to do the stories and you don't want to disrespect the family. And then a lot of families don't even want them to be known as a two spirit woman. They want to be known as a man. So it's just so much problematic things there. Then they don't want you reporting their child as a trans woman. They want you to report their child as a man. So now you may be disrespecting a girl by her family. It's like, you know what? I don't want to do it no more. That's mother. What is going to stop? Yeah, Deshaun, even girl, you said you on break. Hope you mean your work. No, I said I don't want to do. I don't want to do no more deaths no more. I'm done with them. You me. I said I don't want to do deaths no more. I said I want to let somebody else do them. I said 2020, I was not doing no more deaths. I said I'm sick of it. It's literally killing me. So I thought somebody else was gonna. Raven girl, you said you on break. Hope you mean. No, I'm not. How could I be on break? You mean I'm at home? I wish you girls more to place where you can be safe and be yourself. Exactly, Deshaun. But see, the thing about it was, I was pointing out, Deshaun was about if you were going to be a sex worker and you're going to belly the beast. I'm not saying you're supposed to be prepared, but if you got an ID, put your name on a post-it note on your ID. So God forbid if something ever happened to you, it can refer to your ID that your name that you went by. That's all. I do. I this is the thing about it. Winter. I do positive reports on I do positive report winter, but the thing about it is they don't care. They don't care. So guess what I started doing? I started doing my own music. I started doing me. I started doing me. The thing about it is the blog is supposed to be about myself. I took the whole thing and made it about everybody else except me. That's the thing people don't understand. I made everything, it's about everybody else. It's not about me. I've been trying to help people. I've been trying to promote things, talk about shows, trying to show the girls modeling. I've been doing tons of those things, showing how the girls do their hair, showing tons of things, but I don't do nothing about me. So what I did, I got selfish. I started doing music about me, which still benefit about the girls. Still about the girls. Story times about the girls. The whole thing has been about the girls. I've been doing everything about the girls. I share posters of the girls in the posting group. Yeah. Yeah, I done singing everything. On Queen Bee, I did everything, music and everything. But it's always about the girls. Everything I've ever done is about the girls. It's about the education. It's about everything has been to keep the girls alive. I don't be talking about the most I ever talked about me was on my lives. You know, your platform should be about everything. Right. But the thing about it is that when you're watching dead bodies fall to the ground and nobody's caring, who's gonna care? You know what I mean? You me. So I cared enough to put it together, but I didn't care. I didn't want to do it forever. So I was like, well, you know what? The younger girls coming behind me, they can take it over. You can have it. I'm like, you could go ahead, boo. I used to be like, your real life interviews, any chance? Yeah, but it's been like, because if y'all think about it, at one point I was like really present. I was like really on the videos. Y'all see new videos coming up. I stopped. I couldn't do it no more. I found myself always. I'm always trying to find ways to promote the girls. I did. You could go on my channel and put a girl's name up modeling. You could see their name up. I did the story name. Put their name up. Put Bob Raven. Watch the name come up. I did them. Trans men, girls being murdered, girls doing hair, girls in pose. The first trans model. I've done all these stories. A lot of stuff. People don't really care to it. I do murders and everybody's running to the door. Sad thing is the girl's body is going to keep dropping. Yeah, yeah. I've done 3,000 or to say 3,100 and something posts, mostly about the girls. Most about promoting two-spirit women. Most about posting two-spirit men. Most about supporting gay men. Actually, cisgender women and some straight men. But I never say stuff about me. I've done it on my live. I share with stuff that I've been through, but it's never really been about me. It's been about helping other people and trying to keep people alive. I spend most of my time trying to keep people alive and get the girls aware and let men start realizing what they're doing to the girls and start being more protective instead of more of a killer. Yes, you did. The one on Miss International Queen was good because I felt yeah, but it's a lot of them. I post a lot of stuff, and the thing about it is I could be posting stuff about the singers and the celebrities and stuff. I didn't do stuff about celebrities and stuff like that. I try to stay within my own community to try to do faith. I even did videos on how to do your own hair, how to do weaves. I did step by step on how to do weaves, and I stood in front of the camera doing weaves. I'm sitting there showing you how to do a weave instead of putting a wig on. I showed you how to do weaves. I did videos on that. I did a whole lot of stuff. But the thing about it was, I got tired. And I did. I stepped away, Deshaun, because it was like, I think, Deshaun, when it gets to the point where you don't feel appreciated, the thing about it is, I'm not a reporter. Hey, Davo, how are you, sweetie? I'm not a reporter. I'm not working. I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting nothing. I'm putting the whole thing together. And all you have to do is press play. And a lot of times people press play. All they're looking for is a mistake. They're not looking at the fact that I only have to do this. They're not even looking at the fact that somebody cared enough about somebody else to put this whole thing together to ask other people to help find who killed our sisters so y'all could get the person locked up. They don't think about that. All they see is, well, you didn't have to do it. Matter of fact, why don't you delete the video? Why you get tired of other stuff? You do that. It's not deaths or dead. You just mean deaths get stuff. The thing is, you meet is that it get mentally exhausting because some deaths I do is like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'll give you a prime example. If I stop doing deaths, suppose I say I'm not gonna do no deaths until June. How many deaths y'all think I'm gonna report it if I don't do no more deaths until June? I just stop. All y'all gonna think is everything is fine, or they stop killing us. That's all you gonna think. Now body's gonna be falling left and right, but y'all could be thinking everything is fine. Unless you stumble across one and hoping somebody shared and then try to keep it to themselves or just put RIP and left back off the site. They're not gonna sit there and say, yo, listen, I got to help get these, let somebody know in their city, their country, not the city or their country or their state, they're killing y'all. Be careful because the killer hasn't been found. You share your videos to share light. Exactly, Deshaun. To help exactly. Also not just trans women, even gay men. Even trans men. Yes, but you are wrong on doing more content on yourself. But you're not wrong on doing right. But see the thing about it, Queen, is that I try to do some stuff when I share. But see, Queen, this is the thing about y'all don't know. There's a lot of people behind the scene that's watching me, that I've been with, that's watching my live that y'all don't know they're watching. And they pissed off with me for sharing my story with y'all. So I have to catch even more hell with people I know that know me, mad at me for talking to y'all about them, even though y'all don't even know their names, but they pissed off at me. So now I get their phone calls being told off. You put your heart and soul into making these videos. Sometimes you need exactly, Dave, because nobody else is doing exactly. And remember, I'm not getting paid for this. Y'all give me donations, which I thank y'all. But the thing about it is, I'm not getting on my YouTube ain't paying me. I'm doing this stuff out of keeping girls alive, keeping guys alive, keeping gay men alive. And some, the whole thing about it, even cisgender people, it's not like even little trans kids that committed suicide. They mothers and stuff, hit me up. It's a lot. Talking about children that's committed suicide because of being bullied. It's a lot. Even little kids that fathers killed them and stuff. I've done stories in that. You killed your kid because he was gay. You murdered your little Spanish boy because he was gay. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And then when you go to other girls' channel, they talk about other things that have nothing to do with the two spirit. So, and I'm not saying that they have to. Everybody has their own agenda, and I'm not saying it has to be set in stone. But to me, when I'm watching bodies fall to the ground, what are we going to do about it? Maybe I'm just a fighter. Maybe I'm just a fighter. I don't know. It's just that what are we going to do about this? Because I don't want them killed. It gets tiresome. Do you advise to carry weapons? See, the thing about it, Winter, I can't even carry a weapon, Winter. I want to say, yeah, but I'll be here because Raven can't carry a weapon. Because I could tell you where you need to check out for Raven if Raven get a gun. Keep the news on. A boy was killed by dad because he thought he was gay. Yeah, but it was more than one boy it was more than one boy that was killed by their father for being gay. It's also allegedly a trans woman who killed a boy for a young boy that was she killed a trans woman killed allegedly this young boy while the boyfriend was in prison, killed him. allegedly. I don't know for sure. The sad thing is also, I feel there aren't nothing else we can do to stop the girls. Yeah, but the see about it, Yumi, is we can do something. And I think everybody on this channel, because I believe y'all are doing something because you're sharing the video. At some point, a girl's going to get tired and she's going to go look and start looking. And when you start sharing, it'll keep the girls more alert. Like I said before, you can't get mad at a girl and she don't know. A lot of straight men didn't even know the girls were being murdered. They had no idea till they went to this channel. Excuse me. A lot of people didn't know. A lot of people didn't know. They had no idea. If the websites is in the LGBT community, they ain't in the LGBT community. They're in the straight community. So why would they be in the LGBT community find out about gay people? They don't know about that. It has to move over to mainstream on YouTube for somebody to realize what's going on. I think a lot of it's because the devil in the White House has made people feel like it's okay to anyone straight man. Yeah, but the thing about it, I agree with you. But the thing about it, even though he's in the White House, it's still they've been killing us way before he got in the White House. They've been killing us way before then. You know, we looking for somebody to blame, but my thing is we can't stop people from their mindset, but we could kind of get to our sister's head and have her more ready so she don't end up murdered. You know what I'm saying? We could put the tools in her head to keep her alive. Now, if she want to utilize it or take it, that's up to her. But it's not like she didn't know, and that's all I'm saying. If she don't want to listen, that's not our problem. It's not like she didn't know better. But the more you drill it in her head, the more her weapon is formed. So when it shows up, she already ready. She ain't getting ready. She ready. But a lot of times, like I said before, girls are glorifying doing sex work and working on a stroll, doing this type of work, and they're not thinking there's going to be repercussions. And sometimes the repercussion could be the nice guy who said that he had no problem with you. He set you up to kill. Didn't I just do a story about a girl being killed? And she actually was out there, I think at a gas station or something, and she got killed and stuff. Let me see what story I did on this one. And basically, to me, he got her guard down. He got her guard down and he killed her. She felt safe. Which one I did the story on? And that was Kimberly Patrice. Kimberly Patrice. I think that's her. Or Deshawn. This is so crazy. I'm counting how many people I did. Let me see this. This is okay. I did the transgender women against transgender women. Before that one it was Jaheem Bella. That's one. Then another girl, Courtney Deshawn. Then another girl, Kimberly. Then another girl, Alexander. So how many deaths is that? That's one, two, three, four. That's four deaths I done. And here it is, January the 12th, 2021. Four deaths. Do you think the girls are escorting making it less? Girl, the thing about it, winter, they're gonna be they have to survive, so they're gonna do sex work. But the thing about it, if you're gonna do the sex work, you have to be prepared for what you're doing. You have to do booby traps around your house. You have to do booby traps when you want to stroll. You have to be prepared for the unexpected. The girls are thinking that it's just a job. It's not a job. Good question. I mean, they probably made more. The dudes are assassin. Oh my God, God. Exactly. You mean it's like every concept is a depth. Yeah, goes all the way across the board. It's all the way black transit. Yeah. And none of these girls probably even heard about my page because my page has no value to it. So even though they may not like the messenger, they will receive the message. They know when they're going on a stroll, they got them something extra in their pocket. They know that they can't be with a man thinking that he's a friend when he's smiling on her face, come out something he love the girls like her. Why she kiki and laughing and end up dead, you know? Because a lot of times I reported these stories, these girls did not fight back. So why they getting fight back? And mostly all the girls I know, they could fist fight down. They could fight you down. They could fight, but if we're not fighting back, that means we're getting snubbed. And how do you sneak us? You come across as a friend. Just be careful, y'all. I know I'm only speaking to y'all, but at the end of the day, the sad part is it's not going to reach a lot of people. First of all, y'all already know because I done pounded in y'all head. So everything I'm telling y'all done heard it 1,000 times. But the ones who need to hear it, I'm afraid they're not going to hear it. And that's how it goes. Anyway, so anything else you want to talk about before Raven go? Ooh, mothers lives. They really need to be for is to live. Yeah, but the thing about it, Deshaun, nobody, if nobody don't, I don't know. Deshaun, I don't know. I try to do what I could do. I'm one person. I thank all of y'all for sharing the videos because a lot of times when I'm sharing these stories and stuff, these killers are still out there and probably even watching me on live trying to find out where the hell I live. It's interesting how a lot of trans women don't like to associate with other trans women. They need to be stronger. Exactly, David. It's so true. Because a lot of them be wanting you jealous of each other, which is so crazy. But I can't stop that either. They really need to be forced. Yeah. Even can we get other new music? You're funny, Bella. I didn't even know y'all like my music. I did the. It's funny because when I'm doing the songs and stuff, it's always relating back to the two spirit women because, and also men, that's been killed to get in people's heads. But it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Thank you, me. It's a lot, y'all. And then y'all know I'm not supposed to be doing these stories because of my blood pressure and stuff. Because I'm literally dying for real. For real. It's not funny. I'm literally dying in front of y'all, and I'm always thinking about that. When y'all hear I've died or had a heart attack or a stroke, who's gonna take over the Who's gonna take over the deaths then? I've been around other chants, and they can be vicious. So I learned to be mine. Amen, Winter. Yeah, that's true. Some are just worried about themselves. Okay. So you're gonna take it over, Bella? Thank you, Jesus. You can take it over now, Bella. Well, you plant a lot of seeds and do believe that your day and yours will come. Thank you, Dable. I don't know. It's just become. It's just. It's just become mental exhausting. Thank you, to me, but it's exhausting. And I want y'all to be happy. Trust me, I do. And I don't want y'all to say, "Oh, everybody's bad. Everybody's out to kill us." That's not what I'm saying. Because there are good people out here. I just want you to be aware of what people doing around you, especially if you are doing something, what you're not supposed to be doing. That's all I'm saying. Even the ones I just want you to be aware. And then once you feel like, okay, they cool, you'll know. But until that point, they could prove to you that they're cool. Keep your guard up. But then I don't know, because the guy just killed the girl. She was taking care of him. To myself, oh, lock me up. He crying. What I did about the girl, she was performing and stuff. What was her name? This is so crazy to me. Oh, there it is, right there. I just passed. Her name was Uni Carey Hernandez. Uni Carey. And then Shay Misha Sims, 30 years old, murdered. None of my videos being monetized because y'all shut the whole thing off. I'm so over this. I'm over it. Like, I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. Anyway. Hey, Bella. You never know. They don't bother nobody. What you say also. Because life and death is the power of the tongue speaking to you. You're right, Winter, but Winter, for real, I am really sick. Like, I'm not playing. Like, I really do got high blood pressure. And I told y'all before, I had 6 doctors that telling me that I'm in a lot of trouble. The only reason why I shared that with y'all because I am literally dying in front of y'all. Y'all just don't believe me. It's not funny, but I'm just telling you. I just don't want y'all to be like, oh my God, Raven really died and I didn't know. We all here for a reason, talking to you. Our lives have interest for a reason. I'm reaching so many people with messages I don't know about. Oh, but I have been mentally drained. Me too, Davo. I'm really drained. I mean, get off that pork and our blood pressure. It's not just that. You mean it's. I don't handle stress well, and I haven't been eating pork. But I mean, you're right what you're saying. But I haven't been really eating it. But it's the stress. It's just a lot. And like I tell y'all, it's a lot happened to me behind the scenes, which y'all don't know. I go through a lot. Trust me. I don't have it easy. I catch a lot of hell, even from people that know me. So it's like, and I'm not even gonna talk about the fact that I talk to a lot of people behind the scenes that got issues and things that bother with them that's hurting them. So I talk to a lot of people, and when I talk to people behind the scenes, they don't want to talk for like 30 minutes. They want like 2-3 hours. So, and remember, I'm not getting paid for this stuff. So, it is what it is. You try to keep people alive, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But does it run your family? Yes, Davo, it does. Um, thank you. I like you too, Mimi. But I'm just saying because it the stress is killing me. Like I think when I told y'all before, when you say something, I think I told you this before, when you said it's okay, don't worry about it. Your body, and you're really upset, but you're saying it's okay to the person, but inside you're really pissed off. Your body is reacting, being pissed off. Even though you could tell a person a lie, your body is making you feel the truth. So what's happening is you start getting sick. You ever heard a person when they try to be nice, they start getting sick with being nice and they start being mean, they feel better, they got healed? I think I'm one of those people. So much fun and hate confusing going on. Advice, you stay off bad news media. You're right. I agree with you, Winter. Y'all are all right. But when I can't deal with it, I usually just disappear. Like I don't answer no phone calls. I have to mentally step away. Like I don't want to keep doing bad stuff. I don't like always doing bad stuff, but I don't want y'all to live. I said before, I'm not gonna let y'all live the lie. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Y'all need to know the truth and let y'all pick what y'all want and throw away what you don't want. But I'd rather you know the truth because people not being fair to y'all, telling y'all the truth. They're telling y'all lies. They making y'all think everything is so great and fabulous, and I'm still doing murders. So something is not right. Right. I stay away from people that spreading hate, negativity. Just do your music and hair weaves. Yumi said, do my hair weaves. I'm wearing wigs now, Yumi. I'm wearing these lace fronts. But I would love a weave, but I'm trying to stay committed because I'm trying to let my real hair grow. And it's hard. Because if you don't like wigs like me, it is difficult. But I'm proud of myself because I'm almost 2 months of wearing wigs. I think I'm the only person to talk about wearing a wig as much. Yeah, I know you do. Wait, it's hard, you me. Trust me. Cause you know what it is, you mean. When I wear a wig, I treat it like a hat. I treat it like a hat. You take it off and throw it in the bag. And okay, I'm going back to work. Okay, Deshaun, have a good day, sweetie. My favorite hairstyle is the bob, like those T-bobs. Oh, okay. Well, I got a big old head, so it'll look like my head is inside of a bowling bag. With I do hair, have a salon, but I be slow lately in Florida. Oh, okay. And the numbers. What numbers you talking about, Davo? What the COVID numbers have gotten worse? Cause your brain crazy nerves is like your body crazy. You right, Winter. Did you do your nose? Huh? I would wear updos and short and bob. Oh, okay. Um, okay. What is it like? A lot of people and stuff. That's sad though. Everybody down here, rich old people spreading. That's sad, people. It's really sad. Don't even answer that, you me, because I see what somebody trying to do. If you know what I mean, you me. Mm-hmm. No, Bella. I don't trust it. It's bad everywhere. It's bad over here too, Davo. It's real bad. It's real bad. So I'm walking around with a mask on, and people want to have a whole. How you want to have a whole full? How do you want to have a full blown conversation and it's COVID-19 outside? They're telling you to keep a mask on, which I think is you know what they're doing. You mean exactly? Um, It's bad out here, really bad. So, and people are sick, people are dying, people, a bunch of things are going on. So we got trans women like Cookie terrorizing. Let's see, we're making sure. Yeah, but she's on drugs though, Winter. So you're never gonna talk to her until she's you're never gonna talk to her until she's off drugs, and she's on it pretty bad. So she's on it really bad. She's on it very bad. So until that point comes in when she could change it. If the majority of the world would go along with the gender deaths and virus, and man, good luck with that, you mean. I feel the trans people are fun to be around. All about. Yeah. I mean, they're people. They people. Just, the only thing about two spirit women is that their bodies are different. That's it. The brain is still the same, and the people just try to find ways to shame them or do things to them to make them feel, a certain type of way. That's all. That's all. That's all it is. Oof. This apartment is hot. I mean, real hot. I got the fan blowing. No, I don't sleep no more. Them sleeping days are over with for me. I just exist. So, them days are over with. I made you a moderator, you me. You know what to do. But you don't have to do that, you me. You got the stick. You know what to do, you me. Hey, GH. You mean you're a moderator. Just click on the girl's name. There's be three dots. And then do what you gotta do. I'm gonna teach y'all how to not to argue with people. Just get rid of them. You know what they're doing. You know when you open up the belly, when you open up the belly, when you open up the belly of the beast, you know what's gonna come. You don't argue with them, just get rid of them. You're wasting your time. Oh, okay, you me, I see you. That's why I made y'all moderators. Y'all see something, you know they're gonna come. And you know they ain't coming for the right reason. Have you been seen polls and things? Yeah, I seen it one time, GH. It's a good thing. I heard it was pretty good. God bless them. We need it. We need more shows like that. We need a lot more shows. A lot more. They need to normalize a lot more things to give people jobs and give them work and stuff. No, David, I don't. But thank you, David. Um, yeah, it's cool. It's nice. Why does it say Lexus was hidden by me by Yumi? I don't get. That's is Yumi on here. Yumi is on here. Cause she's a big bird. David says she's a big bird. Have you seen Disclosure? No. I really don't have Netflix on winter. I don't have it. To be honest with y'all, what I be watching is a lot of people. How did I find my husband? And also, I've been watching Tall Women and Short Men. Tall Women and Short Men. And I found out that they said that a lot of short men, women don't want short men, which is hilarious. The mistake of being so easy to click the three dots on the right might be a mistake. For those people who are in agreement, they might accidentally punch the wrong person. It's okay just before you click it, just make sure you look at the thing before you click it. Yeah. Because Alexa was coming in trying to be fierce. Alexa was trying to be fierce, trying to start something, bringing that negative energy in, and Yumi just stopped at her door and closed it. Yumi saw what she was doing, and she just closed it. She's just trying to start some stuff. You know how people are, doing some attention. So they started saying all this crazy stuff. She ain't say hi. She just came in starting stuff. You know how it go. It's online. You know, it's gonna happen. Um, do you think RuPaul should allow trans women? I mean, why not? It's his show. If whatever he want, whatever RuPaul wants, that's RuPaul's show. I like RuPaul. I met RuPaul in person, so I met RuPaul. RuPaul is pretty cool. RuPaul lives as a man. He don't live as a woman, so you know. But RuPaul is cool. Very nice. Very down to earth. You know how big birds do it. You are too funny, Big Bird. Man, that bitch, you're cold as fuck. You mean, man, that bitch, you mean, it's cold. You ain't cold. You just cleaning the room. You ain't cold. You cleaning the room. You keeping all that negative stuff back in 2020. You're not allowing 2020, 2021 to have negative stuff in the live. You cleaning the room. You making sure things come positive to people in this room. So we thank you for keeping it positive. Thank you. She cleaning out negative spirits. It's not being allowed in here. We don't do negative spirits. Everybody's in here looking for a blessing, not a curse. That's right, honey. Everybody's trying to get a blessing. And Yumi cleaned it up. She's like, no, honey, we getting blessings in here. You got to get out. She got the sage out and she cleaned the room. She got the sage. So thank you, Yumi. Anyway, beautiful people, Raven's about to go. Because I'll be seeing y'all again. God forbid I'll be doing the murders first, but I don't want to. Hey Daisy, what's up, beautiful? I'm about to leave. Yeah, I'm about to leave, beautiful people. I'll be seeing y'all again. Unfortunately, I hope it don't be no murder though. But I'll be back since I see y'all like me to come on lives. I didn't know y'all want me on live so much. But yeah, I've been on here for 2 hours and 19 minutes, Daisy. But don't worry, sweetie. There's always another one, beautiful. Just be safe. Oh, let me just let you know what I was talking about, Daisy. I was talking about with the girls who do sex work that's on the stroll to take their little ID and like get one of them post notes and post their name on their ID. God forbid that if something happened to them, they can have a name there where the police they find their bodies. God forbid they won't be dead name because their names are on their ID. I'm not saying it's set in stone, but at least it's going to help a little bit more with these girls being murdered and they can't find the girls' bodies, but they can go on social media because I'm sure she has her name on Facebook where they can find a trail to her to get to her family and friends. Let them know what happened. Hey, what's up? Surprised with the new wig. Next, I got a few of them, Dave. I haven't done I got a few new wigs. So. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing? You too funny, fella. Um, you should do a cooking video. No, Raven, child. I could do an eat video. I could do an eat video without an eat. Anyway, beautiful people, love you. Please be safe until we meet again. I'm about to go fix me some chicken and nuggets and catch up and just please be safe. And I do want y'all to be happy. And also, there are good men out there. Just keep that in mind. There are good men out there. I just want you to be aware and make sure he earned your spot and you keep your eye open on him. And like I said before, there are good men out there. There are good women out there. Just be aware because bad is in all different. It's not about race. It's about how they treat you. Anyway, love you. Talk to y'all later. I'm about to go.